Guten Morgen, Kinder. Ich mache ein Video und zeige euch haben. Also haben auf Deutsch heißt to have. This is going to be a video showing you the verb to have or haben in German and how to conjugate it or change the verb endings according to the different personal pronouns such as I, you, he, she, it, or ich, du, er, sie, es. This is going to be the first part of this week's lessons, and we'll learn how to use haben with the different personal pronouns, and then I'm going to show you how to tell time in German. And finally, we're going to connect haben, to have, and the personal pronoun ich and times with school subjects. So we'll be able to tell when we have different school subjects throughout the school day. So you are going to open the graphic organizer Forms of Haben and follow along in two different tabs and watch the Pear Deck and fill in the graphic organizer as you go. Make sure that you add this graphic organizer to your German folder in your drive. All right, also beginnen wir. Follow along, please. Make sure that you're typing in, or you can use your stylus and write in the different personal pronouns and the forms of haben. We'll be opening this graphic organizer back up later in the week and fill out school subjects in time. But for now, we're just doing personal pronouns and haben. All right, so for the first one, we have ich. So do you remember the first person is I, or in German, ich. Ich. So type in ich for I, or the first person singular pronoun. Do you remember second person? How do you say you in German? Du. Du. Third person would be he, she, it, which is er, sie, es. Er, sie, es are all third persons singular. Okay, take note that singular meaning we're talking about only one person. And come down to plural. We can underline these. And plural means we're talking about more than one person. For the first person, do you remember how to say we? That would be wir. 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 Second person, or you plural, we're talking about you, but more than one person. So you as in a group of people, I'm telling you all or you guys something. In German would be ihr. Ihr. And then third person, do you know what the third person is? Plural, talking about more than one person. It's they. And they in German is sie. So you'll notice that sie up here means she under singular, er, sie, es, he, she, it, but sie down here means they. That's a bit confusing because you have the same word that means two different things. But if you imagine in English, we have plenty of words that mean more than one thing. So it's the same in other languages. So how do we know the difference? Well, you'll find out later. And then we have something unique to German. You also find it in Spanish and French. The second person or you formal pronoun, which means I'm talking to you, but in a formal setting. So like a kid would be talking to an adult they just met. They wouldn't say du, they would say sie. Okay, so that's the third Z, but this one's always capitalized no matter where it comes in the sentence. So that's a little bit easier to tell the difference. So again, that's formal second person you would be Sie, not du. Over here to the different forms of haben. And you'll remember that in German we conjugate verbs according to the different pronouns or what person we're speaking in, and whether it's singular or plural. So the first one, ich habe, you'll notice the E ending. We drop the end and we just have an E ending. So you can underline that too if that'll help you realize that the ending is different from up here. Du is an irregular form, verb form, and to say you have, it's du hast. So you'll notice we drop the B and we add a ST for the ending. So I drop the B, add a ST ending. Ich habe, I have, du hast, you have. Sie es, this is also an irregular verb form. We drop the B and we add a T. So hat, sie hat, es hat is he has, she has, it has. Then we come down here to the plural. And wir actually doesn't change. We say wir haben. Wir haben. So the ending remains en. We have. Ihr, or you all, you plural, you guys, is habt. Habt. So we add a T and keep the B. So similar to the one up here, third person, except we don't drop the B and we add the T. So ihr habt is you all have, or you guys have. And then they, sie, also stays the same. So sie haben is they have. And so this is how you tell the difference in a sentence of whether it's she has or they have. You'll have to look at the verb form and notice the difference in the ending. So she has is sie hat, but they have is sie haben. And then down here, the you formal, or you have, is also sie haben, or you formal have. So you can take note that in the singular forms, talking about one person, there's 3 different verb endings. But when you get down here to the plural forms and the second person formal, which this can be singular or plural, that's why it's in a row by itself. Okay, we can be talking to more than one person in the second person formal or just one person. These down here are all haben except for one. So haben, 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 and then habt for second person plural. But then up here you have all the ones change. They're all different. So please fill out this graphic organizer and place that in your German folder. Later in the week, we're going to be filling in 2 more columns. I'm going to add another one here, and we're going to be learning how to tell the time and then using school subjects to talk about the time, as in saying when we have different school subjects throughout the school day. Please complete this pair deck and prepare for the next lesson. Auf Wiedersehen, Klasse. Tschüss.